Hi everyone, welcome back to Wrestling Fun with Father and Son. I'm Father Matt, and this is Son.
Hi.
And this is the week that was WWE. We're going to get to some of the top news stories this week. We're going to start with Raw. A couple of things happened on Raw leading us into Fastlane. The first big thing we'll talk about is the Shield reuniting. At the beginning of the Raw, Roman Reigns came out again asking Seth Rollins to basically Dean Ambrose to get the Shield back, and he called out Seth Rollins.
And King Kong Bundy died.
Yeah, sadly King Kong Bundy did die this week as well. But getting back to Roman Reigns, he called out Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins comes back to the ring and joins with Roman Reigns. They then call out Dean Ambrose, who comes out, but before he can answer Roman Reigns' call to join the Shield, Elias comes out and whacks him in the back with a guitar.
With his guitar?
Yeah, with his guitar. There was a couple of obviously backstage segments with Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose.
I'm not sure that it was a chair and the guitar, but it was actually a chair.
No, it was a guitar. I'll tell you, trust me, mate, it was a guitar. Of sequences backstage where Roman Reigns talked to Dean Ambrose to try and get him to join the Shield, and Seth Rollins talked to Dean Ambrose trying to get him to join the Shield, but still no answer. Then Dean Ambrose had a match against Elias, which sadly lost. Then Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins came down to the ring to try and persuade him once again. Then Baron Corbin, Bobby Lashley and Drew McIntyre decided that was the time to attack the Shield. But before, if I just backtrack quickly, before that Dean Ambrose actually walked out, jumped over the barrier into the crowd. He was in the crowd when they came down to attack. And then, obviously seeing this attack, he decided to join the Shield, and he did the arm salute to the Shield. Can we do that? Do you want to do that? Go on. Yes, the Shield were reunited. What do you feel about the Shield coming back together for Fastlane this weekend? What do you think about that, Kai?
Good.
You think that's good? You're looking forward to that match. They obviously set up a match at Fastlane with Baron Corbin.
And I hope the Shield win.
Well, they might do. Yep, set up a match at Fastlane, the Shield versus Baron Corbin, Drew McIntyre and Bobby Lashley. To be honest, my personal opinion, I'm not as excited to see the Shield return. I just think it's a bit of a thrown together thing. They haven't. I'm not really excited to see the Shield. Obviously Kai is, he wants to see the Shield win, but I think we've seen it too much at the minute. And obviously there's that rumour about Dean Ambrose. Will he go, won't he? If you listen to some of the rumours, he might sign another contract this before it expires, so he won't be really going anywhere, so they could do that later on down the line. Obviously they know more about it than what the fans do. We only hear rumours at the minute. But like I say, I'm just not excited, Kai. I just don't feel it. Next, we'll get on to another story. Obviously, a little bit of a side note with the Triple H Batista story. Not much happened with that. I think they're going to leave that till after Fastlane to flesh it out. But Batista did an Instagram video, which I thought was quite well delivered to Triple H. Triple H was in the ring and basically said that he had his attention. Like I say, not a lot happened. I think we're going to get more build-up, obviously, after Fastlane on next Monday. And then we'll bring to the last...
And Batista wanted to play a game, and I don't know what it's called.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, obviously taking off Triple H's The Game gimmick there. That was, like I say, a very good, well-done video, I think Batista delivered there off the Instagram post. We'll get on to the last top news, which was Becky Lynch and Ronda Rousey, Charlotte Flair. Not much to it, to be honest. Ronda Rousey turned heel, or we suspect she turned heel, by attacking Becky Lynch, and also Charlotte Flair versus Becky Lynch at Fastlane for basically, if Becky Lynch wins, she's going to be put into that match at WrestleMania. My personal feelings, I think...
And the match is for the Women's Champion.
No, not this weekend, mate. WrestleMania, mate. That's when the title's going to be up for on the line. My opinion, I think this is a bit too drawn out, this storyline, to be honest. They could do with basically making it more simpler. I think they've done better storylines with an injured face going after the title at WrestleMania. I think they could have got to the path I think they're going. I think they could have got there better. But like I say, that's just my opinion. Let me know down below in the comments what you think about that storyline and what you think how it's going with that storyline. Anyway, we'll get on to SmackDown now. not too much to come out of SmackDown, to be fair. Obviously the biggest thing was that we have a new United States champion. Samoa Joe is now the United States champion. He beat Andrade, Rey Mysterio, and R-Truth to be crowned the champion. I think it's about time, to be honest. Samoa Joe hasn't had a main title run since he's been called up from NXT. I think he's overdue. I think the way they could have done it would have been better. They could have done it at the weekend at Fastlane instead of on SmackDown. They could have had a bit more build up to it instead of just sort of throwing it in there. But at the end of the day, I think it's well deserved. The other top storyline, not really much to it. Daniel Bryan, Kevin Owens. There wasn't much build up to it. Again, my personal opinion, I think this match, again, thrown together, I just think they've put matches together just before WrestleMania. They just want to fill out the Fastlane card. And I feel they've done that again. Obviously, I said last week in last week's video, I think Kofi Kingston is going to get a title shot at WrestleMania. So they kind of written him out of that picture at the minute and put Kevin Owens in it, just sort of thrown together to make the occasion bigger. But yeah, other news, obviously Tomaso Ciampa has got a neck injury that they've reported that he might be out for 6 to 14 months, which is sadly, I think that's a bit of a shame, but what can you do? He had that big feud with Johnny Gargano off NXT, which I thought was very well done. They were doing really, really well with that storyline. Obviously, they can't continue that if he's got to have surgery this week. But maybe it's not such a bad thing. Would they used him on Raw and SmackDown? These NXT call-ups not being used very well, especially with Aleister Black and Ricochet just being in a tag team and having a tag team match at Fastlane. I think they could use them better, and hopefully they will in the future. So, like I say, that was the week that was WWE. Not a lot that was happened, but you know, we'll see what happens after Fastlane. So, if you'd like to comment and like and subscribe, the Facebook link is down below, and the Twitter link is down below, and we'll say goodbye and see you next week with the next week that was WWE. So I'll say goodbye, and say goodbye, Kai.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.